and producer Allison Abate. Started. Hello. With the first question here on the left.
Hi, my question is for Mr. Burton. Very front on your left if you're trying to find it. I remember the original Frankenweenie you actually had to do on the slide. I recall maybe you got in a little trouble for doing it until they released it on video, which is where I saw it. Is this some sort of great revenge that now they're authorizing a feature film version to fully develop it?
Revenge, I don't know if it's a good word. I mean, it's a project that always meant something to me, and then with the opportunity to do it with stop motion, black and white, sort of expand on it, and with other kids and other monsters, other characters, it just seemed like the right medium and the project. So, even though it's revisiting something that did a long time ago, it feels new and special.
We're here on the right.
Hi, Tim. I'm curious, as you started to expand the concept of the story, like, how many things were ideas that had been lingering in your head that you didn't get a chance to execute then, or occurred to you over time, and how many were just brand new as you sat down to think about this particular?
Well, I mean, there was always characters that I had sort of have, but sometimes you do characters you don't know what it fits into. So there was always some little characters that it's kind of playing around with. Also, just going back, because not only the thing with the boy and his dog, but going back to school and remember some of the kids that I remember at school and some of the weird teachers and things. So it was a way to kind of, and also like growing up on those kind of Universal horror films, I was also a fan of like when they, do like House of Frankenstein or House of Dracula, where they kind of, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, they kind of combined them together. So a lot of it had to do with those kind of things that I love.
Over here on the left.
Tim, can you describe the emotional reaction you had when you walk out on stage at Hall H and feel the love from such a large crowd? Is it something you find daunting or delightful?
Well, no, it's amazing, because I wish my family treated me that way. I walk in the door, nobody says anything, so it's nice. That sort of thing. No, I remember coming to this back in the late 70s when it was at the Holiday Inn, in San Diego. So it is amazing what it's turned into.
In front here.
Hi, Tim. I love your work, and I wanted to know, there seems like there's an emotional connection to you to your films, as it seems like you bring back a dog of yours in almost every one of your children's films. Can you give me a little background about that? Is that true?
Well, I think, it's, when you're young, it's the first kind of pure relationship you have. You're lucky enough to have a pet that you love, and it's something that's connects right to your heart. And I think that's the thing, I was lucky enough to have a special pet that I had that kind of relationship with. So, the whole sort of Frankenstein element is kind of wish fulfillment in that kind of way. And I always found those movies like Frankenstein quite emotional. So it seemed like a fairly natural connection to combine the two.
Way over on the far right.
Thank you all for coming today. Don, it's great to see you working on an animated feature again. With your experience in the Disney Renaissance, what is it like for you to be working on another animated feature? But this one, it's also a stop-motion animated feature, and it's also a black and white stop-motion animated feature.
Yeah, I think the first black and white animated feature ever. I'm going to come out and say that. It's great. It's an insane way to make a movie. I've never made a stop-motion movie before. That's why Allison's here, because she's become the master of movies like Corpse Bride and Fantastic Mr. Fox. But it's terrific. It's particularly terrific to work with Tim and be able to kind of support him in his storytelling. And he also becomes